Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about a chemical reaction and equations in 10th standard first chapter. What is chemical reaction? The chemical reaction are the process in which the new substance with a new property are formed. This process is called as a chemical reaction. During a chemical reaction, atoms of a one element do not change into those of the another element. The only a rearrangement of atom take place in a chemical reaction. The substance which take a part in a chemical reactions are called a reactants, and the new substance that produce a result for a chemical reaction are called a product. The chemical reaction that contains a major two, one is reactant and second one is product. Next, for example, the magnesium ribbon the being heated the over a burner. First we taken the magnesium ribbon. It burns into with the help of the oxygen. The magnesium ribbon is the converted into a magnesium oxide. In word equation, a word equation describes a chemical change by using the names of the reactant and product. For example, methane plus oxygen, the both are the reactant. In equation CH4 plus 2O2, that gives rise to a carbon dioxide plus water. These both are the product, and methane plus oxygen is both are the reactant, and carbon dioxide and water are the product. The methane plus oxygen is converted into the reactants are converted into products. Next, the characteristics of the chemical reactions. The important characteristics of the chemical reaction. The first one is the evolutions of gas. Next one, the formation of a precipitation. Third one, change in color. The fourth one, change in temperature. And the fifth one, change in state. In this, there are the fourth main the signs in indicates a chemical reaction as take place. The change in color, the evolution of gas, the change in temperature, change in status. In first one, some important the notes. Given example, the chemical reaction between the sodium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid is characterized by the evolution of carbon dioxide gas. We take one conical flask and the cork. We add to in conical flask dilute sulfuric acid and zinc granules. The zinc granules is reacted with a dilute sulfuric acid and it creates a hydrogen gas. A precipitate is a solid product which the separates out from the solution during a chemical reaction. Next one is the evolution of a gas. Some chemical reactions are characterized by the evolution of a gas. The chemical reaction between zinc and dilute sulfuric acids is characterized by the evolution of a hydrogen gas. We can perform this chemical reaction in the laboratory as follows. That take some zinc granules in a conical flask or a test tube. Add dilute sulfuric acid over zinc granules. We will see the bubble of a hydrogen gas that begin form around a zinc granules. If we touch the conical flask with our hand, we find that it is the somewhat hot. So a change in temperature, rise in temperature also occurs in this chemical reactions. Next one is formation of a precipitation. Some chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of a precipitation. The chemical reaction between the potassium iodine and lead nitrate is characterized by the formation of a yellow precipitate of lead iodine. We can carry out the chemical reactions as follows. Take some lead nitrate solution in a test tube and add potassium iodide solution to it. A yellow precipitate of lead iodine is formed at once. A change in color formed colorless to a yellow color as also take place in this chemical reaction. Thus, the chemical reaction between the sulfuric acid and barium chloride solutions is characterized by the formation of a white precipitate of barium sulfate. The formation of a precipitate. The change in color. Some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in color. The chemical reaction between citric acid and purple colored and potassium permanganate solution is characterized by a change in color from a purple to colorless. We can perform the reaction between the citric acid and a potassium permanganate as follow. Take some dilute potassium permanganate solution in test tube. It has the purple color and add a lemon juice to it the drop wise with the help of the dropper and the shake the test tube. The purple color of a potassium permanganate solution goes on the padding and ultimately it becomes a colorless. Next, the chemical reaction between the sulfur dioxide and gas acidified the potassium dichromate solution is characterized by the change in color from orange to a green color. The change in temperature. Some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in temperature. The chemical reaction between the quicklime and water to form the slaked lime is characterized by a change in temperature. We can perform this chemical reaction as follow. Take a little of the quicklime in a hard glass beaker. Add water to it slowly and touch the beaker carefully. The beaker feels to be quite hot. Temperature is high. And next one, the chemical reaction between the zinc granules and dilute sulfuric acid is also characterized by a change in temperature. The chemical reaction between barium hydroxide and ammonium chloride to form a barium chloride to ammonium and water is characterized by a change in temperature, which is the fall in temperature. It is the endothermic reaction. The change in state. The some chemical reactions are characterized by a change in state. The combustion reaction of the candle wax is characterized by a change in the state from solid to a liquid and gas. There are some chemical reactions which can show more than one characteristics. For example, the chemical reaction between zinc granules and dilute sulfuric acid shows two characteristic evolutions of gas. One, hydrogen gas. The change in temperature as rise in temperature. Similarly, the chemical reaction between potassium iodide solution and lead nitrate solution, the two characteristic formation of a precipitations. Thank you, students. Today we will stop here.